basketball court at the University of Virginia to the classroom at UNC Chapel Hill, Dr. Deborah Stroman has it all covered. Now this professor and sports business entrepreneur is about to take you to school. It's time for Dishing It Up with Dr. Stroman and the Sports Shop on Buzz Sports Radio.
D-Stro.
Man, what's
Good
going on,
morning.
Dr. Stroman? How you
D-Stro,
doing?
what's going on?
Good morning, good people. How are you?
Doing fantastic.
Good. That last conversation y'all were having about Deion, that's just, I don't know. I'm like K-Mac. Apologies. Do we ask, number one, college football at that level is business. And so do we ask Elon Musk to apologize? Do we ask
Elon Musk?
Zuckerberg?
Yeah.
Do we ask them to apologize? Just stop it. Just stop it.
So wait a minute. So you comparing Elon Musk to Deion Sanders? That's what you're doing?
As a CEO of a business, he's running a business.
Oh, okay. I was just trying to figure it out. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But anyway, to me, there is something more important, a conversation that's being had, and it is around Auburn basketball coach Bruce Pearl.
Ooh.
$5.4 million salary, $2.5 million in endorsements, and yet he continues to, let's just say, flame the fire. So Bruce Pearl has not, he's the man in Alabama. Just no doubt. Mm-hmm. He has turned around Auburn basketball, even though he was considered damaged goods for what he did at Tennessee, to the extent he had so many NCAA violations that a show cause verdict was upon him, as in the next university that hires him has to give really detailed evidence. Why is this man worthy of running a program again?
Right.
Auburn wants to compete. They bought him, and he's been winning with black young men. So the politics are hot in Arkansas, just like every other place in the country. Senator Tom Cotton, a Republican, shared a screenshot of a 2019, now we're 2024, of a 2019 NBC News article saying that Vice President Kamala Harris plans to privatize health insurance, which is an absolute lie, joke, fill in the blank. He said that Harris was extreme and wanted to kick Americans off health insurance plans.
Ooh.
Bruce Pearl, and he's not new to the Twitter world, the X world, and just making statements about his politics. He says, "Thank you for pointing this out, Senator Cotton. Except my guess is that like many of her socialist, woke, progressive beliefs, she's now changing them or hiding them to get elected. We won't get fooled again."
Bruce Pearl said that?
Yes. So this is a very, very disturbing. I love listening to Roland Martin with all of his emotional antics, but he is a solid journalist who's been writing and speaking for decades. He's considered arguably the top 1, 2, or 3 in black media.
No. Okay.
Roland Martin called this out, and he's asking black athletes to transfer out. Black recruits definitely don't go there. So my question is, does everyone have a price? Now, why we're weaving politics into this? Because it definitely lands in the space of sports, and that's what we do. Some people are saying that the reason why Bruce Pearl can do this is because of NIL money, name, image, and likeness. As in, even though black parents, let's put it this way, black households are much more likely to vote Democratic. Low income, the middle income black households are much more likely to vote Democratic, as in support the Harris Waltz team. But if you've got NIL money and your son and you as the parents or guardians are saying, hey, I don't support those politics, but you're going to give my son $1 million, $2 million, we're coming anyway.
Right.
So does everyone have a price? I'll just pause right there, but this is something that we need to talk about. Can money buy a black person's politics?
Well, everything has a price, which I guess that would mean every person has a price.
That's right.
So, yes, everything has a price, whether it be actual money or emotionally or whatever. It has a price. Everything has a cost to it associated with it. Now, you said can they be bought? Is that the question?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then why would he do this?
Absolutely, absolutely, they can be bought. It's people work for companies right now that they don't agree with everything they say, but they get a paycheck every 2 weeks.
Yeah, you allow me to live the lifestyle.
Yeah, they I don't agree with. I know for a fact there is probably 40%, maybe 60% of the people that work for X don't agree with a damn thing Elon Musk say, but they work there, and they ain't walking off the job tomorrow. I can tell you that. That's the fact.
I totally agree with that.
That's the fact.
Been there, done that.
So I think this whole thing is interesting. Maybe it's the little background. Maybe it's Auburn University in general, because Tupperville was the coach there, and they went.
That's right.
And he was the head football coach there. He led them to an undefeated season, and he is the most right-wing person you ever seen in your life. And he's done some really crazy things down as a senator. I think I got that right.
Yeah, senator now.
Yeah, and it's like, and a lot of these former players, like, they're like, what the hell, you know? And of course, NIL wasn't around then. So, but it's interesting you asked that question. But no, money has. I mean, who you work for has nothing to do with it. As long as you're making that paper, I don't think it impacts your feelings about society as a whole, but you still gotta get paid though.
Right. Unless you allow it to.
Yeah,
you have to be the one to allow it to.
Well,
that.
I mean, think about it, right? Let's flip it the other way. Say if Bruce Pearl had a chance to go work at a university that is a little more progressive, so to speak, but they were gonna give him $30 million a year, he may not send that tweet because he likes working at that university, making $30 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
That is a very good point.
you know, but that don't mean he don't believe it. That don't mean he don't
Right.
believe it. He just probably won't say that tweet.
I gotta do what I need to do to keep my job.
Exactly.
But he'll take that $30 million from that HBCU. Well, I didn't say let me not say HBCU, but yeah, he'll take
You
that
said
30.
it.
He'll take that $30 million from him.
Well, he ain't get on $30 million from HBCU anyway. First of all, let's start that first. Give him another example.
Start over.
My bad. I got
Start
caught
over.
up. I got
You
caught up.
got caught up for real.
I went too
Can
far.
you the alumni, man?
Well, there is no
We need
doubt.
$30 million.
Yeah, there is no doubt that some of these coaches do want to already start their next career. And thank you for bringing up Tuberville, because he is another, some would argue, a very, very clear and outspoken racist. And again, they don't walk around wearing their hoods anymore. They drop little comments, maybe because they're undisciplined in their communication style, or they are just they're feeding their base and saying, this is who I really am.
Right.
And maybe Bruce Pearl wants to be in politics one day. So the other side of this, should the athletic director, some people are saying the SEC commissioner should make a statement, or does this really infringe upon Coach Pearl's right to free speech? Should more coaches share their politics?
So,
That's a good question.
First, I believe yes. Number one, because because I know how this works. I know how this is going to end up. You know what? You can say that, but don't say anything about players, other players, students, anyone else saying what they feel. That part they don't like. Mm-hmm. If you want it to be free speech for everybody, so let everybody say exactly what they want to say. If that's what we're doing, if that's what you want to do, everybody can say exactly what they want to say. But that's not what they want. They just want to say what they want to say, and you shut up and just listen to what I tell you. That's what they really want. I prefer everybody be yourself. You say what you want to say. You say how you want to say it. You tell me how you believe, what you believe, all of that. I get to say what I believe, what I want to say, and what I want to do. But what you can't do, and now you can't hold that against me just like I can't hold that against you. If that's where you guys want to play the game.
Wow. That's a mic drop right there.
but they're not going to. But that's not what they want, though. That's not what they don't want. They don't want that. If you want it to be free, let's make it free. Let's make it free for everybody. But you can't hold it against me. And if I catch you holding it against me, I'm gonna sue you.
Thank you. That's the shut up and dribble, right?
Yeah. Don't hold it against me now.
The administrators can say whatever they want, but if the athlete says anything, then we've got a problem. Or you don't know enough to make a comment.
Yeah.
Right?
Don't fire Bruce Pearl. Let him have a job. Do what you do.
So
if you're good at coaching.
So are you saying if an Auburn player comes out and says something against what Bruce Pearl is saying, you think they have a problem with that?
Do I think they have a problem?
Absolutely.
You think so?
Absolutely.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Now, when you say they, who is they?
Well,
The administration, the fans. Who is it?
Probably both.
I was going to say it's probably both.
A little bit of both.
I think in this climate we're in, I may disagree with that because people are very open about how they feel about several things. Even Black Lives Matter when that came out, or this whole.
When's the last time you've heard an elite athlete speak up around these issues? They haven't. They've been very quiet. Professional athletes, yes, but not college athletes.
But maybe it's just me.
Because it does. Because what happens now is then it's going to hurt the brand. Then you got to play the brand game. You got to play all of that. But if you're at a point to where it doesn't really matter, right? You should be able to say what you want to say. Or you know what I mean? If I'm not getting any other money today, hell, what difference does it make? Let me say what I So coach is wrong for what he said. Coach completely is disjointed, and here are 15 reasons why. Whatever. Yeah.
But I'm quiet because I want to keep my money.
That's right.
Okay.
So, they're saying, Roland Martin is asking recruits not to go there, black recruits and white recruits. If that's your politics, if you're supporting the Harris Waltz ticket, do you think this is going to be used against Coach Pearl and recruiting?
Nah, that's cancel culture kind of stuff. Sometimes I don't buy into that, just me personally. But
well, that's you personally. Do you think the coaches out there trying to get these players? Do you think they'll mention it? I think they will.
Oh, absolutely,
1,000%.
I would.
Yeah.
He don't. It's just ways you can say it. But he doesn't believe in the same things we believe in. The same things your father and I believe in.
Yeah.
The same thing. Our family. Our families believe in because our families. We believe in. In a certain way. But it's the same way on the other side too. Now, sometimes when they recruit in those households, they say some of the same things in those living rooms. We believe in in freedom of life. At this university, all the buzzwords,
That's true.
These are facts. I'm gonna give it to you straight, because that's really what's going on out there.
Well, a lot of people, a lot of times, they use religion. Particularly with Dabo, or they use it, or people use it against them.
Yeah.
In all sorts of environments, particularly recruiting for Clemson and against Clemson. So that's interesting. Think about that.
I believe in family.
Yes. Family first.
You're like, what? What are you saying? But I don't think they should. I think it's fair game for you to hold it against him because he said it. You know what I mean? Or you can mention it rather. I ain't gonna say hold it against.
It's interesting because I thought, and we talked to Bruce Pearl a couple of times. I'm surprised that he said those things. Quite honestly, a good friend of his, Mitch. James Mitchell, who's on the show, talks about Bruce Pearl in a totally different light. So I'm surprised that he
well,
said
we interviewed him. We talked to him.
Yeah, but we didn't talk about that. But I'm talking about how Bruce Pearl, he gets his hair cut over the brothers' barbershop, hanging out with the brothers and all that kind of stuff. So I was just really surprised to know that he said that. Yeah,
I have a close friend in that state too, and. That friend was very, very surprised as well. But again, they don't wear the hoods anymore.
Right.
They do it a different way.
Well, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Now, there's some people in that same barbershop. It may be one or two of them.
No, a bunch of them.
Feel the same way.
Yeah.
So you don't know till you know.
It's not. What you tell me a couple weeks ago? It's not a monolith. I mean,
You
don't know people.
I can
till they show you.
We can go hard on this one.
Listen,
I'm good on that.
Alabama, as we know, is home to major, major landmarks around our civil rights movement. And
absolutely.
For him to, and it's very white state, 62% white, but there's a significant number of blacks there. We know about the many, many racial inequities that are happening in the Deep South, and to have such a prominent leader in that state just to make comments. I believe you should keep those type of politics to yourself. On the other side, it lets you know who he is. And so I join Roland Martin and others that black athletes and white athletes who don't believe in those same type of politics should strongly hesitate and pause and not consider signing there. To me, there are too many other wonderful coaches out there who have politics, who don't necessarily believe in Harris and Waltz, but they say it a different way. They're much more professional in how they speak to their base. And I just don't think, from day one when Bruce Pearl was found guilty at Tennessee for his antics and his cheating, I don't think he's changed his spot.
Well, there it is. Then.
Well,
there it is. She said he ain't changed his spot.
Roll Tide. And I used to kind of, think, oh, come on, Auburn. Now I'm like, Roll Tide. I hope they crush them. I hope Tuscaloosa crushes them.
Wow.
Dang, that's what we had to do to get you on the side of a winner. That's what we had to do to get you on the side of a winner.
Thanks, Bruce Pearl, for making it happen.
No, I like Alabama. I don't know if y'all know. I met actually Coach Bryant. He signed a picture for me.
Wow.
Oh,
Bear Bryant. Wow.
At his internment. Yeah.
Okay.
So, and we know that Coach Bryant, the whole Alabama sports thing is very problematic. But I'm not a hater for the elephant.
Okay. Roll Tide.
You don't sound too
not a
convincing.
hater for the
Roll Tide, y'all.
I am.
Roll Tide.
But you're exactly right, though, Doc Stroman. If you don't believe in if you're going somewhere and you don't believe in what they stand for, you shouldn't go there. That's just. That's anything.
But what I'm finding out in this period that we're in right now, you'd be surprised who believe in that. That look like us, and that's 18 to 20, 24 years old.
Yes.
Which is blowing me away. I mean, that's the part. That's the part that I can't get my hands around.
100%.
I don't understand
That's
that.
true.
When they're young, they look like me. They may be leaning to whatever in their opinion, and their prerogative. They may be leaning to what Bruce Pearl is talking about, and that's in my opinion, that's really unfortunate.
Well, the sad part is this goes back to our educational system and not teaching civics. Because if anybody in their right mind believes that a vice president can control X, Y, Z in terms of immigration and that false story that keeps being put out there about her being the immigration czar. I mean, that is just a flat lie, right? The last thing I'll say is that Bruce Pearl is from Boston, Massachusetts, and I'll leave it there.
Sometimes the best stories to tell are often lies. All right, Dr. Stroman, we'll talk